guys, what's up? It's your girl Starla, and today I'm going to be doing a more serious video. Some people want to know more about when I had cancer, so I thought I'd make this video. When I had cancer, it was from 2012 to 2014, and how it all began is one day I could not get up. I was having trouble showering, standing up in the shower. I was having trouble walking to where I'd have to hold the walls to walk. So, my parents at the time, because I was adopted, they adopted me and my sister. At the time, they were like, if this is, and mind you, you guys, like, I was drinking this, like, this big of water, 3 of these, this big of water, 3 of them, and I was laying on the couch all the time sleeping. So, my adoption parents, as you should say, are the people that adopted me and my sister, which was the mom at the time. She told me, she was like, well, if it's this serious, we need to take you to the emergency room. So they ended up taking me to the emergency room, and my blood pressure and everything was really low. They had to put a catheter in me because my body was not good. They could not fly me or anything like that until my blood pressure at least reached 70, and my blood pressure was like really low, and that's how they knew something was wrong. So once my blood pressure got to 70 or so, they decided that they were going to have me go to Aurora Children's, which I go to now, even to this day, just for appointments and stuff. So first they had me in an ambulance there, probably to Pueblo, and then I got a private plane, and I was basically flown to Aurora, and then they transferred me to Children's in an ambulance. When I was in that ambulance, I did not know that I could pee regularly and, not, pee myself. So when I was in there, I was like, oh, I need a pee. And her name is Susan. She was like, well, then pee. And I was like, okay. So I peed, and that was it. So for the duration that I was in Children's, I was really sick. I had blisters all over my back, and I really wish they would have given me pictures. But I had blisters all over my back. I was in and out of medications. One time the doctors asked if I wanted the sleeping pill for 12 hours or if I wanted the IV. My adoption parent at the time, Susan, she said that she wanted to give me the IV, Now keep in mind, guys, that when I was in Children's, they called me the sleeping dragon for a reason, because I was not a good patient. I do not do well with pain. I do not do well with being sick. So they called me the sleeping dragon. At the time, I was with my man that I'm with now. We had a relationship for about a year, and I would always wait for him to call me at 6 every night, and he would. And sometimes I would hear things because I was on so many medications. I thought that his family was in the hallway when no one was actually in the hallway. And it even got so bad that I was hallucinating. I thought the water outside of the window outside of my room was ocean. And I also hallucinated in my room, hospital room, talking about there was a lion in my room. So I also had a reaction. I had several infections. This is why I have this, I don't know if you guys could see, but this scar and this scar, because I had an infection and they had to drain it. I also had infections in my legs, and I also had one of my lungs collapse. A part of my lung collapse. I don't remember if it was on the left or the right, but that happened. And then I got pancreatitis because I was allergic to one of the chemos they gave me. And I couldn't eat or drink for a month, so imagine, I was like 80 pounds when I got to the hospital. Imagine how much weight I lost. I couldn't eat or drink for a month because I was allergic to one of the chemos, which gave me pancreatitis, which now I have diabetes. Now, keep in mind, when this happened, I was very weak. I had to go through therapy, and I also had a G-tube. That's why I have what looks like 2 belly buttons, because I needed something to feed me since I couldn't really eat, and I was throwing up because of the chemo. Keep in mind, guys, like, when I got out of the hospital, when I was gonna die, like, I literally was gonna die. I was gonna die, and there was nothing anybody could do. If I would have waited any longer to go to the emergency room, I would have been dead, you guys. So when I got out of the hospital, I was in and out of the hospital because I have diabetes, and it was because of the pancreatitis I got from being allergic to one of the chemos they gave me. I kept going into the hospitals because my sugars were out of control and all that, and I also couldn't walk at the time. I had to have a stroller. I've had to have a wheelchair. I was in some serious stuff. But one day the phone rang, and I got off of bed. I got off my bed not thinking about getting my stroller, and I went to go answer the phone, and I realized I could walk. And when you realize that, when you can walk, when you've been on a walking, like a stroller or a wheelchair for so long, like, I was so happy at that moment. I was like, I'm walking, like, seriously, I'm walking. And for anybody that goes through cancer, it's really serious, and it's not something to play with. And I only wish the best for everybody, and I would never wish cancer on anybody because it's not something anybody wants to go through. I still have neuropathy in my feet from the chemo, so I have to do physical therapy. As you guys know, I have these boots that I mentioned in one of my other videos. What these do is when I'm sleeping, instead of my feet going down like this, it'll move them up like this because I have tight ankles. So these boots help me out as far as getting my feet to my ankles to loosen up. But if you're ever going through cancer, I know what it's like. If I hadn't gone to the emergency room when I did, I would have been dead, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. I knew something was wrong when I had to hold the walls to walk. I was on the couch drinking like 3 liters of, like, the milk jugs, like 3 of them, and sleeping on the couch all the time. I couldn't really get up to take a shower. I had to take baths, and that's how I knew something was wrong. And if you ever think something is wrong, do not doubt your body, because if anybody knows your body, it's you. And I think having cancer has made me stronger as a person, and know that I could get through anything. If I got through that, I could get through anything. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to hit me up on my social medias, they will be down below. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. And I hope you understand this video a little bit more, because people that go through cancer, it is not easy. It is a battle to wake up every day just to do your chemo treatments and throwing up and doing all that. But anyways, guys, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.